In tonight's News Channel 12 Eye on Crime, we sit down for the first time with the new chief of police in San Luis Obispo. Rick Scott says he believes in building trust and working with the community to make policing better. Less than a month on the job, he's just settling in after arriving under unprecedented circumstances.
It's been incredibly exciting and then tempered with grief and pain.
3 days before Rick Scott was scheduled to start as San Luis Obispo police chief, tragedy struck when Detective Luca Benedetti was shot and killed while serving a search warrant. Scott says he did his best to pull the team together.
I didn't have to do anything other than just be here, and they pulled me in as part of the family. And I think together we lifted each other up and worked very hard along with our partners to give Luca the proper memorial that he and his family deserved.
Scott says his message to the department during a time of grief has been
strength and resilience and love, and that we have to support one another whenever we're challenged in times like these.
Rick Scott comes from North Richland Hills, Texas, a Dallas suburb. He worked his way up to assistant chief there. Moving his wife and children here is the first time he's lived outside of Texas.
I saw immediately that the values that this community has and this department has are perfectly in line with my values. These are the things that I want for my family.
Scott says he believes in progressive policing and wants to find ways to further positive interactions with the community. He supports police reform and says having citizens involved in the way policy is set is important.
We should be ready to have difficult conversations. I think for many years, as a profession, we have shied away from having some of those more difficult conversations about how segments of our community wish to be policed and how we can do better in serving them.
Black Lives Matter protests ending with police using tear gas and making arrests brought national attention to San Luis Obispo in 2020. Scott says his department will align with city goals of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
The framework is already there. We have a highly engaged community. There's lots of traction for our diversity, equity, inclusion task force, and the future is very excited knowing that they're going to be in our corner helping us find these avenues to reach all parts of our community.